just talks and talks and talks and talks. What they can ask. Hello and welcome everyone to Working on Clouds, where we look at your work life and we're trying to make it as soft and cushy as you are walking on clouds. And today's topic is very interactive because we're going to talk about 4 ideas how to interrupt talkers. Have you ever been in this situation? So what are you going to do? Because we don't want to offend the person, right? And most often, they're not, doing this because they're mean, but just they talking a little bit. So here are some ideas what you can do. Number 1, structure the outcome beforehand, which means think about the outcome and not about the task. So a lot of meetings I find, you get this agenda, maybe, it's even organized, but people are just saying, we talk about the business trip, or we talk about the new client. So it's very just topic orientated. But ask yourself first, what outcome would you like to achieve? So for example, it could be, for the business trip, I want to know the 5 hotels I need to book. Or for the meeting with the new client, I want to make sure I know who's going to be on the meeting and have details about that. So think about the outcome instead of just describing the topic. And with that in mind, you can walk into those meetings with those people much more targeted. And hopefully you can even either, send them some information beforehand, or if not, start the meeting and say, today we're here to talk about the business trip. And as outcome, it would be great if we could agree on the 5 hotels. So you state the outcome straight away, and then you can always push them in the direction. So if it goes a little bit off topic, you can say, yes, and we also need to get to the 5 hotels that we want to choose. So outcome is my first tip. Now, my second tip is, yes, okay, that's a good one. So think about the communication type of the other person. So sometimes we think, I love to get something in writing beforehand, or I love to talk it through, or I love to just not be so, restricted, or I would rather meet over coffee. So we think because it suits us and we like it, that's the same for the other person. But that's not always the case. So maybe reflect for a moment and think, this talker, what would suit them best? So what type of communication do they appreciate? And can you maybe organize the meeting or the conversation in a way that suits also them, so they don't have to talk so much and go off topic because they already feel very comfortable. Although it could mean that they also get too comfortable and then they talk even more. So for that, if that happens, we need to have the next tip, which is, you already see me moving, body movements. So even if the meeting is, let's say, online via a video call, still people react to movements. It's of course easier if you're in the same room. So instead of saying, John, I would like to add something, go rather in with your whole body movement. Say, John. Yeah, you shouldn't do the woo, that's a bit much, but moving your body, people react to movement. So that's already another way to kind of get your way in with somebody who talks a lot. And same for a video call. If it's only a telephone call, then rather try using their name to go in, and always remember, use and instead of but. So, yes, John, and we still need to find the 5 hotels, instead of, yes, John, but we need to talk about the 5 hotels. That puts people often a little bit down. Now, last tip is find your hooks and go for it. So sometimes I think if you have a talker and maybe you are more quiet, you sit there forever and wait and think about, you have to find this perfect moment when you can interrupt. And then it gets longer. And we have telephones flying from tables here, but We are resilient. We just gotta keep talking. And it's okay. Okay, the phone is okay. We're just good. I don't know where it fell from the roof or... Wow, magic. This channel is about magic. So find your hooks and go for it. So don't wait for too long, because the longer you wait, and I've done another video about this, how to get heard in team meetings, where I talk about these tips a little bit more. But find your hook, something where you can hook in and then make your contribution, and also get people a little bit more. And yes, but the outcome, which we talked about, we need to agree and get them back. So these are my tips, and hopefully they help you. And remember, talkers often do not mean it in a mean way. So be nice and interrupt them also in a nice way. See you next time.